How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another FSX. Today we're going to be flying Kilo India Alpha Delta, that is Washington Dulles, 2 Kilo Mike Delta Whiskey, and that is Midway. Right now we are flying with the Southwest Virtual. This is actually going to be my first ever flight with them, so if you guys do want to go check them out, I will link them in the description. Well, I'll link them in the description if I like this flight, and their ACARS is good. So this is pretty much going to be a test flight, so if you guys do enjoy, don't forget to drop a like, and with that being said, let's get into our checklist. Alright, battery, that is on. The left AFT fuel pump, that is on. The APU, that is on. The standby power, that is guarded and closed. The emergency exit light, let's arm those. Let's make sure no, Vatsim. There we go. I had to make sure the ATC wasn't online there. Okay, emergency exit lights, those are armed. Window heaters, let's test the overheat. And that's working. Let's turn those all on. Window heaters are on. The recirc fans, those are gonna come on. The packs are coming on, and the isolation valve is gonna go to auto. The engine hydraulics, those are on. The fuel we already loaded on board earlier. The position light, that is steady. The local light and wing light are coming on, and I'm gonna request catering now. Wow, we have to, okay. This makes no sense. So, it makes us do Swiss port when we're in the Southwest terminal. It doesn't let us pick Southwest. Alright. Whatever. At least starts the mess. Alright, seatbelt signs. Those are coming on. Iris mode selectors. Turn those both to nav. Once those say aligned, aligned, and aligned. They both say aligned. Alright, let's jump over here to our FMC. Yep, nav out of date, I know. FMC, and it ref, let's go index here, and let's go to position. Alright, we are at KIAD. We are Kilo India Alpha Delta. And our IRS position, let's go GPS left. KIAD, and we are going to Kilo Mike Delta Whiskey, my home airport. We are Southwest 127. And we are expected to go off runway 15 today. It's 15 so 19er center there. I thought it was 15, that was weird, but okay, apparently it's 19er center. So we're going off runway 19er center. Let's open the entryways for the catering services, so let's continue on as well. Buns 3, and then we are not doing the buns over there. We need to do, so buns 3, part, buns 3, the ray make transition, there we go. And then Quebec 7-2, then Hacks, Juliet 149, Foxtrot Whiskey Alpha, and then the Peg 3 into Midway. Into, I know we are 3-1 center for sure out there. So Peng, Hills, no vectors, and we go. Let's activate, execute, preference initialization, 0 fuel weight, reserves 5, cost index 45, the cruise altitude today 360, come on, N1 limit 24K, takeoff flaps 5, trim 5.05 V speeds, 144 for our V2, come on, so 144, there we go. And set the arm. There we go. And VR 135. Alright. Alright, FMC is set. The trim. We said, what did we say? Already forget. 5.05 for trim. Alright, that's close enough. 5.03. Our trim is set. The transponder, that is standby. TCAS. System test. TCAS test passed.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear.
and waiting for reaction to close right entry forward. And let's open our left door for the boarding and our cargo. Go control F12 and request boarding. Alright, transponder and TCAS set. Speed is set. The heading of the runway, let's set that.
Too low. Terrain. Glide slope. Bank angle. Minimum.
Right there. Perfect.
5.
Alright, heading runway takeoff. Initial altitude, we're going straight up to 360, so we can do that. Let's go 360. Alright, initial altitude, that is set. The yaw damper, we're going to turn that on. Yaw damper set. Cruise altitude, let's set that to 360. Landing altitude at midway is 670. So go 650. Alright, landing altitude set. Flight directors, let's turn those both on. And we're also going to turn our weather radars on now. Alright, landing or flight directors are set, and altimeters, let's get the altimeter setting here from our active Skynax KIAD. And altimeter is altimeter 2997. And altimeter is set. Alright, we could go shift 3 here. We could close our door. They're just finishing the boarding process, or they should be starting, if not already. Yep, they're doing the boarding process right now. They're in the baggage and luggage, and or luggage, whatever you may want to call it. So we closed our left so we could just remove our jetway. Jetway is being removed at this time. Alright, before start checklist, anti-collision light, that is going to come on the fuel pumps. Let's turn those on. The center fuel pumps as required, and they are not required. The electric hydraulics, let's turn those on. The parking brake is set. We're set.
Hello, Captain.
And the auto throttle is on. Going to be locking the gear. Locking gear. And let's tune Unicom 122.8. There's no other aircraft here. There was a Delta here earlier, but it's gone now.
Pipe has been inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brake release.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
And start at will. So let's turn PEX and recircs off, and let's start number 2. Let's go left there. And engine number 2 is starting. Starting number 2, there it goes. Flaps 5. Flaps 5 set. There's a car right there. And starting number 1. Number 1 starting. And 23. Alright, number 1 is starting. And 2 good starts. Let's turn our yoke down there, or push our yoke down there and set parking brake. And we could also turn our PEX and recircs back on. After start checklist. Generator 1 and 2, let's turn those on. The APU could come off. The packs and research are on. The APU bleed air, that could come off. The engine start switch is continuous.
Unlocking
The
gear.
auto brake is rejected. Takeoff. Taxi lights, we're gonna wait for them to come out of there.
Tow truck disconnected.
And the pro heat, let's turn
Bypass
that
main
on. Is the NPS required? No, it is not. Alright. 26 degrees Celsius. Hot day here in Washington. And they're away from the wheel, so I'm going to turn the taxi lights now. And we'll turn our wheel over.
Left is clear.
Left is
Right
clear.
is clear.
Right is clear, prospect. And we could be expecting gate Alpha 14 at Midway. Alright, we could release our, well actually no, let's wait for them to drive away completely, then we'll release our parking brake. Come on, dude. He's just taking his dandy time, isn't he? And there they go. Alright, we'll release our parking brake and we are going to give some throttle here and get going. And let's get going. And we are taxiing to runway 19 center right now. We're going to make a right turn up here. Left clear. We're clear on left. And this is 19 center here off to our left. See how that camera angle shifts randomly. Slow down just a bit here. We're actually going to make a left turn here to enter onto the or enter onto a closer taxiway to 19er Center. So this is Zulu 3, I want to say. Yes, it is. So taxiing now to 19er Center is Zulu 3. And now this is 19er Center to the left of us completely now. The de-icing stands. This probably haven't been used for a while. We're gonna have a shorter runway at Midway. For those of you who do not know, Midway has a shorter runway. It's actually scarily short, if scarily is a word. I remember landing though a couple times. I remember my past landings there. We usually fly Southwest, my family, so we always go in Midway. And the landings there are usually pretty rough, but they make it work. Looks like we got some storm clouds moving in over here to the right. Applying some minor brakes there. Let's do our before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist, fuel flow that is set. The center fuel pumps as required, they still not as required or still not required. The strobe lights, those are gonna come on. Well, let's wait till we get closer. Excuse pause there in the checklist for one moment. Alright, strobe light that could come on, the landing lights could come on, taxi lights could come off. Whoa. Taxi lights could come on, transponder TCAS set, and flaps set and checked. Alright, we're going to turn left here to get onto 19er Center. Just hold here for a split second. Left clear and right clear. Finals are clear. One more check. Left is clear and right final is clear. Left final and right final. Alright, let's taxi onwards. Let's make sure that arm is on. And rolling takeoff. 40%. And takeoff power set. V1, rotate, V2. positive climb gear up. And we're gonna fly RNAV. One notch of flaps coming up. Let's watch our nose there. Our pitch. Gotta love Orbex. And final notch coming up. Let's just slow down our pitch here so we can gain some speed. And let's set speed 250 knots. That way we don't get our overspeed below 10,000, which I don't think we're going to achieve 250 before we're above 10,000, so we should be good. Autopilot is now going to come on. Let's actually fly on it. Negative. Alright, autopilot on. Sorry, I'm all over this. LNAV coming on, and let's look at our map here. Our GPS. And let's proceed direct to... We're going to proceed direct to Validity. That was the sound of me cracking my knuckles. If you're wondering. And we could go up to 300 knots now, and we could get about 3,000 per minute here. For what I'm going to put for the climb, I'm going to put 3,000 per minute. Until we get low enough speeds there. I'm not going to try sawing the plane. There's the airport off to right there. Right through the clouds. Right now we're at 14,000, climbing up to 360. Landing lights could now come off. I turned that runway turn off light. Probably didn't work. Probably did that thing like usual where it's like pulls up the menu instead, but I don't know, I thought I turned it off. And wing or wheel well and logo coming off. Once again, we'll be expecting gate Alpha 14 at Midway, unless that gate is taken. But otherwise, we'll be expecting Alpha 14. Auto brake's going to come off now. We could also turn our gear to off. Let's get a left view for you guys. Now, a question I've been meaning to answer, guys, is when are you going to be getting Easy Dock? And I hope to be getting Easy Dock soon. Easy Dock is just, well, Easy Dock is an expensive add-on. I mean, I could get it if I want to. It's just hard to explain. It's an add-on and it's $70. That's it. But hopefully I'll be getting it soon for you guys. What was I? Oh yeah, init-ref index approach. Let's tune our ILS here. We're not gonna put it on yet, but we're gonna tune it. Or have it on standby 109.90, 109.90, and course 318. Look at that, that's easy. Huh. And we're above 20,000, we're above 18,000, so we could go transition the altitude, and that's STD for the altimeter. And we are at 21,000 now. There's the wind view. And we are climbing 360 right now. I will contact you guys back when we are at 360. Here we go. Alrighty, everyone, welcome to 360. I'm going to be proceeding. I didn't look yet. There's a slight turn here, so I think I'm going to be proceeding direct. I'm going to be proceeding direct to Foxtrot Whiskey Alpha 25. Be doing that right turn, or that, yeah, that right turn, so I got confused. I was looking at the left lane, and I said right turn. But anyways, we are now at 360. Our airspeed did get a little low. I had to reduce the climb to 1,000 per minute, our vertical speed 1,000 per minute. But right now we are going to be maintaining 300, well no, we can't go 300 knots, but we're going to maintain around 280 knots, or 275, it's not going to like us there. 273 knots we'll go, that's even an overspeed almost, so let's go right here, right in the edge. We'll go 266 knots, so we're going to be maintaining 266 knots. I did just say that with a British little lingo there. There's the wing view for those of you who love the wing view. I think I'm more in love with this view, or one of these views. But anyways, guys, we are at 360. We should be arriving midway here shortly if we actually look at the FMC here. We have this, and then we are pretty much descending in 400 nautical miles, or 400 nautical miles, pretty much, yeah, about 400 nautical miles, so, with that being said, we will contact you guys back soon. Alrighty, everyone, we are currently 6 nautical miles away from Foxtrot Whiskey Alpha 25, then we have Foxtrot Whiskey Alpha, and then we have pretty much our descent. So I will contact you guys back soon when we are on our descent. We are actually coming here really close. There's supposedly supposed to be some developing storms in the Midway area, but I don't see any, so I think we should be good. But other than that, like I said, I'll contact you guys back soon. We are expecting Alpha 14 still, and I don't think there's any what's our turn? I don't think there is currently any what's it called? Any landings at Midway right now. So with that being said, once again, I'm going to say it again, I'll contact you guys back soon. Here we go. Alrighty, everyone, we are descending down to 21,000 at this time. I turned the seatbelt signs back on. And we should be arriving here shortly. I need to get the midway altimeter here. Let me look at my active sky quickly. KMD meter, there we go. Winds are 30. Visibility 10, view clouds at 5,000, temperature 232.9, altimeter 3013. So the altimeter is 3013 at Midway. We might need to do a full 360 during the approach here. We might need to vector ourselves around so we have enough time to descend. Just heading down to 17,000 at this time. And I'm going to be turning our landing gear. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. I'm going to be turning the landing gear back on or back to down or up here. And I'm about to proceed direct to Iraq, or not Iraq here. I'm going to be going to Haley, direct to Haley. So they want us at 10,000. Is there any airport that you land exactly at 0 feet, 0 altitude? If someone could find me an airport that, I'm not kidding about this either. If someone could find me an airport that you land at 0 altitude, and you're the first one to find it, and I will give you a shout out on this channel. Now, it's nothing big, a shout out, unless you think it's something big, but if you find me at an airport that you land at exactly 0 altitude, not 1 altitude, not 2, but exactly 0, then I will give you a shout out on this channel. It's going. I also want to look on Fantastic, which I'm going to. He's going Kilo Mike Golf Charlie. He's been on for 20 minutes. No, he's been online for 13 minutes, and he has 22 minutes remaining. Just about at 5,000 here. Here's our ILS frequency. We're coming up to the white dotted line. Of how obnoxious it was. Glide slope is descending us. There's Chicago off, just in front of our wing. Glide slope intercepted, or we're on the glide slope right now, the glide path. There's all the major highways too. Or roads, if you want to call them. Not highways, those are roads. Very crazy. I keep having to mute the mic because my parents keep calling me like, Ryan, come eat dinner. It's like, oh my god. Hey Ryan. And whenever I'm not recording, it's silenter as hell. But then I start recording, hey Ryan, oh Ryan, oh hey Ryan, oh Ryan. Lord. I have control. And about to disable the auto throttle like now. Let's watch that glide path.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
I'm aware, thank you. Here we go again, they're calling my name again. Not answering this time.
Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow.
Holy shit, that was my dog. And we are slowing down to a stop here. And we're good. And welcome to Midway. Right, and we are texting to Alpha 14 right now. Alright everyone, and welcome to Gate Alpha 14. Like I said, I'm sorry for not having a fly Tampa sooner, but I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe. They're debuting the passengers now. This has been Aviator, signing out. See you guys in the next video.